today's youth setting themselves up for a lifetime of regret? It's a question that has us scratching our heads. We're living in an age where young people face unique challenges, often leading them to make common mistakes. From neglecting physical and mental health, to financial missteps, to maintaining toxic relationships and beyond. These are just a few of the 10 critical errors we're here to discuss. So buckle up, because we're about to delve into these mistakes and, most importantly, how to rectify them. Mistake number 1, neglecting physical health. It's like owning a brand new car but never taking it for a service. Eventually, the engine will fail. Our bodies work the same way. They need regular maintenance in the form of exercise, a balanced diet, and regular checkups. Exercise isn't just about looking good. It's about feeling good. It keeps our hearts healthy, our muscles strong, and our minds sharp. A balanced diet fuels our bodies with the right nutrients it needs to function at its best. Regular checkups are like our body's early warning system, catching potential issues before they become serious problems. Ignoring these can lead to long-term health issues, such as diabetes, heart disease, or even cancer. The effects of neglecting physical health are often silent and gradual, but catastrophic in the long run. So remember, your body is your temple. It's the only place you have to live in. Your body is your temple. Treat it with respect. Mistake number 2, ignoring mental health. We've all heard it before. It's okay to not be okay. But how many of us truly understand what this means? Mental health is as important as physical health, perhaps even more so. It impacts how we think, feel, and act. It affects our stress levels, our relationships, and our overall quality of life. Yet many of us ignore the signs of mental health issues. These signs could be as subtle as a change in sleep patterns or as glaring as a loss of interest in activities we once loved. We shrug them off, thinking they'll go away on their own. But they often don't. They linger, they fester, and they grow. Ignoring mental health can lead to serious consequences. It can affect our productivity, our relationships, and our physical health. It's important to seek professional help when these signs appear. Remember, there's no shame in asking for help. Your mind is as important as your body. Don't ignore it. Mistake number 3, lack of financial planning. It's like building a house without a blueprint. You may have all the materials, but without a plan, you won't know how to put them together. The same goes for our finances. Budgeting is our blueprint. It tells us where our money should go, whether it's for necessities, savings, or a little fun. Then comes saving. It's our safety net for unexpected turns, like a sudden job loss or a car breakdown. And let's not forget about investing. It's the tool that helps our money grow over time. Without it, we're just leaving our money lying around, and who wants that? The consequences of poor financial planning can be severe. It can lead to debt, stress, and even impact our relationships. So don't ignore your finances. Start budgeting, saving, and investing. Remember, it's not about having a lot of money, but managing what you have wisely. Money matters. Start planning today. Mistake number 4, social isolation. We live in an age where it's easier than ever to connect with others, yet many of us find ourselves feeling more alone than ever. We're all wired to be social creatures. Connections, relationships, and interactions with others are not just nice to have, they're essential for our well-being. But today, it's easy to fall into the trap of social isolation. Whether it's because of our busy schedules, tech-driven lifestyles, or the fear of being judged, we often choose solitude over socializing. This isolation can have serious effects on our mental and physical health, leading to feelings of loneliness, depression, and even a decreased lifespan. Remember, it's not about the number of friends you have, it's about the quality of your relationships. Engage in meaningful conversations, build strong bonds, and maintain those connections. After all, we're all in this together. Humans are social animals. Don't isolate yourself. Mistake number 5, maintaining toxic relationships. A toxic relationship can suck the joy out of your life. It's like a dark cloud that follows you around, casting a shadow on everything. But how do you know if a relationship is toxic? Well, it's often characterized by constant criticism, control, manipulation, and a lack of respect. It's a relationship that drains you emotionally and leaves you feeling stressed and unhappy. It's important to set boundaries and stand up for yourself. And if the relationship doesn't change, if it continues to be a source of pain and distress, It might be time to cut ties. This isn't easy, of course, but it's necessary for your well-being. The potential consequences of maintaining toxic relationships are severe. It can lead to chronic stress, depression, and even physical health issues. Toxic relationships can ruin your life. Cut them off. Mistake number 6, ignoring the need for help. Here we are, at a crossroads that often remains unseen. It's a common misconception that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But let's debunk that myth right now, shall we? In reality, recognizing when you need help and reaching out is a sign of strength, of self-awareness. It's about understanding your own limitations and valuing your well-being enough to seek assistance. Just imagine trying to lift a heavy weight all by yourself. It's exhausting, isn't it? Now imagine sharing the load with someone else. Lighter, isn't it? That's the power of asking for help. On the flip side, ignoring the need for help could lead to unnecessary stress, burnout, and even serious health issues. It might even slow down your progress in life as you struggle alone with burdens that could be shared. Remember, no one is an island. It's okay to ask for help. Don't ignore it. Mistake number 7, revealing plans prematurely. It's natural to be excited about our plans, especially when they are big, bold, and potentially life-changing. But remember, there's a certain power in silence. A prematurely announced plan is like an apple picked before it's ripe. It may look promising, but it's not ready to provide its full benefits. Revealing plans prematurely can lead to unnecessary pressure, unwanted opinions, and even sabotage. It's not about secrecy, but rather about safeguarding your journey. It's about ensuring that you have the space to adapt, to refine, and to grow your plans without the interference of others. The world doesn't need to know your blueprint. It just needs to see your building. So before you shout your plans from the rooftop, make sure they are solid, secure, and ready to withstand the winds of scrutiny. Keep your plans to yourself until they are concrete. Mistake number 8, not prioritizing sleep. We've all been guilty of this at some point, sacrificing those precious hours of slumber for an extra episode of a TV show or to meet a work deadline. But here's the thing. Sleep is not just about feeling refreshed. It plays a crucial role in our overall health. It's during sleep that our body repairs itself, our mind processes the day's information, and our emotions get fine-tuned. Without enough sleep, we're not just tired, we're at risk. Our cognitive functions decline, our mood swings, and our immunity weakens. And in the long run, chronic sleep deprivation can lead to serious health issues, including heart disease, obesity, and even mental health problems. So, let's put an end to this cycle of sleep neglect. Set a bedtime and stick to it. Remember, those extra few hours of wakefulness aren't worth the price your body and mind pay. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Mistake number 9, resisting necessary changes. Change is a natural part of life. It's as constant as the tide. Yet, we often find ourselves resisting it, clinging to the familiar and the comfortable. But here's the thing. Growth and comfort can't coexist. To grow, we must step out of our comfort zones. We must be willing to adapt, to learn, to evolve. When we resist change, we limit our potential. We stunt our growth. We become like a tree that refuses to shed its leaves in autumn, only to find itself burdened and bent under the weight of the snow in winter. Change, even when it's uncomfortable or scary, is necessary. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become a better version of ourselves. So let's not resist change. Let's welcome it. Let's embrace it. Because remember, change is not just inevitable, it is necessary. Change is inevitable. Embrace it. Mistake number 10, ceasing to learn and grow. Imagine a tree that stops growing. Its branches become barren, and slowly it loses its vitality. Just like this tree, when we stop learning and growing, we too begin to lose our zest for life. Growth is not just about acquiring new knowledge or skills, but also about developing as individuals, expanding our perspectives and becoming better versions of ourselves. Without growth, we become stagnant. We miss out on opportunities, lose our competitive edge, and our sense of purpose may begin to wane. In a world that is constantly evolving, ceasing to learn and grow means falling behind. It's not about racing against others, but about outdoing our past selves, about continuously striving for improvement. Remember, growth is a lifelong journey. It doesn't stop with a degree or a job. It's about expanding our horizons, broadening our understanding, and enriching our lives. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. So there you have it, the 10 big mistakes today's youth are making. From disregarding physical and mental health to poor financial planning, social isolation, and toxic relationships. We've also discussed ignoring the need for help, revealing plans prematurely, not prioritizing sleep, resisting necessary changes, and halting learning and growth. It's crucial to address these issues head-on and make positive changes. Remember, the choices you make now will shape your future. Choose wisely.